Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Shannon and this is Glam by Shan. Today I have a very special guest with me. This is my cousin Casie. I'm going to be doing her makeup today.
Yes.
We are going for a green, kind of foresty look.
Yes.
Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to ask each other some questions. We look some up for cousins. And you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna start with priming her eyes with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and we will get started on some questions.
Okay. I have a list of questions from Google.
The Googles.
The Googs.
Read it and then close your eyeballs.
Okay. Okay, we'll do two. How and when did you both meet, and how are you related to your cousin?
Okay. Do you wanna go first?
Sure. I met Shannon when I was almost 4 months old. Because I am a little bit older. We probably met in a hospital setting or at her house. I can't remember actually because I was, again, 4 months old. But we're related between her dad and my mom, or brother and sister. And we've just always known each other from then. I can't remember like exactly.
I've literally known you my whole life.
Like I can't remember actually just meeting you. You were just kind of like
a blob.
There. You always were just like,
I was just there.
There. I do remember like when we were younger, you had like wicked long hair.
I did.
And I was jealous because I had wicked short hair, hence why I have long hair now. And I was just jealous of it because I wanted long hair, and I used to sit on your back and ride you like a horse and whip your hair.
Yes. Yes, you hate me a lot.
Didn't hate you.
You abused me. All right, we're going to dip into the e.l.f. new classic palette first to put down some neutral shades before we go into the greens.
What is your favorite memory together? I don't know if I have like one favorite, I just have a lot of memories together.
I'm gonna take the shade Cream, or Creme, and I'm gonna put it all over her lid as a first base shade.
One memory I have is when we were younger, you would come up to my house like in the summertime, whether it was for like parties of some sort, or I don't know if you would just like come up to hang out.
Probably.
And I had like a motorized little Jeep, like the one you buy the battery and plug it in.
Yeah. And
I used to get so jealous because you just had things I didn't have, and like I was an only child, so I was jealous very quickly.
Yeah.
And like you had a little brother coming, and you had long hair, and I was like, well, she can't drive my Jeep. Like, and like that's how I learned how to like share things, because I remember my mom would like whip me out of the Jeep or whip me off like the little rocking horse thing I had, and she'd be like, no, it's Shannon's turn. And I'd be like, okay, that like can't beat my mom. So you taught me how to share.
That's good. I have the worst memory. I remember a lot of like your birthday parties that you would have. Remember you had a pool?
I did have a pool.
It
was like blow up pools.
Yep, you had a pool party, and then you had like a stationary pool off of your dining room. You had that there for a little while.
I did. We did have like in the back of the house where the rocks are. Oh yeah. Because we had to buy foam boards to put on rocks. I thought that was the weirdest thing, but.
I'm gonna take the shade Truffle on a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna work it into her crease. That's one thing I really remember is a lot of birthday parties, and then like Christmases.
Yeah.
Used to host a lot of Christmases.
I think we just had Christmas parties at my house because like Nana lived with us.
And you had the biggest house.
We did have a large house. I do. I don't. It's not did. We did the same house. And like it was easy to have everyone come up because
you have a big driveway. You have a lot of space for everybody to just
park and be. Yeah. Because I live in a cul-de-sac, so. Or not a cul-de-sac, I live in a circle.
That's a cul-de-sac.
Well, I thought a cul-de-sac's like when you
live
drive.
in like a community.
Yeah, we live in our own little area, so like no one really judges what we do or say up there. Everyone knows when someone in the neighborhood has a party though, because everyone parks out on the street.
I remember there's a picture somewhere of you, me, Jake, Brian, and Courtney under a table at a Christmas party, and I don't know what we were doing. They were probably having some meeting, and we wanted to be a part of it.
Yes.
So and they were like, "Come on, we're gonna tell you what to do."
Yeah.
Most likely.
So I guess backstory, I guess, for people that watch. So Shannon's dad and my mom are one of 9. So there's 2 sisters and 7 brothers. And Shannon's dad is one of the youngest because he's a set of twins. My mom's the youngest of the 2 sisters. And we have a boatload of cousins. But it's just like funny because like for big families we have, it's like we're the only 2 that are the same age. There's a couple others that are, but like we're like the closest out of anyone that's like the same age along the lines of groups of cousins.
I'm going to dip into the So Jaded palette, and I'm going to take the shade Geodude right here. This is the greeny kind of brown shade, and I'm gonna put that on your crease.
And then growing up, because I lived in a very secluded woodsy area, I was always very outdoorsy and like tomboyish. So I remember when you first started getting into makeup and you'd wear like the eyeliner all around your eyeball, and I was like, Mom, I want to do that. Oh my god, I do. Like
I don't have a clue.
Like the pencil liner, and you were like around your eyeball, no? Like
I remember putting it like underneath.
Yeah, like around it, top and bottom. Like you know what I'm saying?
I applied it in a circle.
Yeah, you applied it in a circle. Obviously, I know what I'm doing. But I remember I'd be like, Mom, I want to do makeup, and she was like, No, you don't. And I was like, Okay, you're right.
You're correct.
You are very right.
Well, you like it now.
Yeah, I do it like when I need to, like when I need to look like an actual real life woman, and not
You do look like
a piece of poop. I'm still a tomboy.
It's just like being outside at your house. You're outside a lot.
Yes. I remember I used to come to your house and I'd walk around your house barefoot, and you guys were like, why? And I was like, why
walk
not?
outside?
Like even like when we went to get the stuff out of your mom's car, I just walk outside barefoot.
Oh, I do that now.
Yeah, but when we were younger, you were like, why would you do that?
shoes.
And I was like, no, I don't. You're like, what if you step on something? I was like, I'll take it out of my foot. Like,
So matter of fact.
yeah, it is what it is.
Tease, sweet tease.
If you could describe each other in 3 words, trace words, what would you be?
I'm gonna take the same shade on a more precise brush, and I'm just gonna work it on the outer corner and more in the crease. Fun.
Fun.
You're fun. I don't want to say outdoorsy because you did just say that.
I mean, you can say it because it's true. I know
It's gonna be more than 3. Oh, 5.
Okay, fine. I'll do 5.
Outdoorsy, outgoing, carefree, and beautiful.
I would say you're cautious, but not in a bad way.
Okay.
Like, you actually think things through before, like, I'm someone that's like, oh, like, let's just do it. And you're like, well, we have to think about this. And I'm like, guess you're right.
I guess so.
I'd say you're very caring, because anyone around you, you're very, like, you just always are in the know of what's going on. I'd say you're much more artistic than I am.
That's a compliment.
Like,
I don't feel like I am.
oh my god, between like makeup, like, and designing like your room and everything like that when you redid it in the beginning of quarantine, that you're very sure of yourself. Like, you know what you want in this world, and like, you don't want to settle for less. Like, you know your worth.
Thanks. I don't feel the same way, but thank you.
I don't feel that I'm always carefree. And I don't feel beautiful. Like I say, I'm a piece of poop. I'd say you're very, like, wise. I just, like, do things. I'm just like, okay, like, and then when I get into a situation, I'm like, figure it out. Like, but you're like, no, like, you just have a knowing sure. Like, you're very quiet, like, calm. Whereas I come in like a bull in a china shop.
You do come like a bull in a china shop.
Hello.
I'm gonna take a more precise brush, and I'm gonna take the shade Jade right down here. It's a nice deep foresty green, and I'm going to work that on your outer corner and crease.
Like, I don't even know what an outer, like, I know it's like on the outer part of my eye.
Yeah, so it's here. You can look at here, and then in where your eye folds.
Ah, the wrinkle eyes. Too much time in the sun.
No, we kind of both have hooded eyes, which means the top comes down over it when our eyes open.
Yes.
I mean, we both kind of have that. I think that could be a gene we share.
I just say you're very Weissy.
Weissy.
So my mom's maiden name is Weiss, which is Shannon's last name. To be a Weiss, you're a part of the clan. And there are certain traits that all Weisses have. Like, your brother's a Weiss through and through in his eating habits.
Yeah, he's a lot like my mom and his personality.
Yeah, but you're much like your dad in your personality, I think. There are times that, like, everyone's both of their parents, like, especially like when you grow up with them and all that. But I think you demonstrate a lot more of your dad's qualities. I'm like my dad.
Oh yeah.
Because if I was like my mom.
I mean, you want to be like connected with people like your mom is.
Yeah.
Like
she's in a
talking to people,
especially in a professional sense. Like my mom's very like at her job and stuff. She's very good at that.
Yeah.
And like she's also very like sure of herself. Like, don't mess with me. All 5'1" of her.
Like confident.
Yeah. If you could change anything in the world, what would it be? So I feel like that's a hard question just in general. Because
I
like,
think it's hard right now.
There's so many different things in the world. Because like if you change one thing, you could change something socially, you could change something economically, you could change something politically, you could change something close to home, you could change something worldly.
Yeah.
So let's do close to home.
I would say the way that healthcare works. Like countries like Canada and the UK have a lot better sense of healthcare.
Yeah.
And the way people are covered because they think healthcare is like a necessity to live, which it is.
Surprise.
I'm gonna take a clean blending brush and just blend all that together. Like whereas here, when you have a good job or you have, or you become of age, you can apply for health insurance and medical insurance and.
Of ages 26.
Yep.
I'm riding that, ride or
We're
die.
riding it.
I think I would change. I think I'd start in education for a change. I think that we focus on too much of an A and B world in education. I'm not saying there's a right way to teach. I'm not saying there's a wrong way to teach because everyone learns differently.
Yeah.
And I've definitely learned that seeing my sister. Because I'm someone that sits there and just listens and gets the education. I'm like, okay, done.
You're an auditory learner.
Yeah, and visual.
Yeah,
And
I'm super tactile.
Like you need to.
I need to like touch to learn.
Yeah. But I think that like doing all this remote learning, I think it's showing that like in the education world, we need to take so many people out of the admin, out of that
Out of the
boss
politics
role. Yeah. And put more actual educators in charge and actually like pay educators. Because like when you're in education, you're not just educating, you're also adapting the curriculum to modify it to a kid's needs. You're listening to a kid that's sitting there crying. They're not crying because they just failed the test. They're crying because they might go home and like their dad might like legit beat them or something. A lot of stress in the world.
I'm gonna take a little bit of citrine, which is this yellowy kind of mustard color, on a pointed fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna blend the edges of that green color.
Have you ever taken every color of an eyeshadow and put it on your eyeball?
No.
You should.
That would be so hard.
No. You just like use one palette. You have to use like a big palette. You just do like, what if you did like one line across? Not a good idea, okay.
Like a rainbow kind of situation.
But like absolutely terrible rainbow.
Yes. I'm gonna take the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights palette, and I'm gonna take the green shade. Wanna know what it's called?
Buggers.
Anaconda. Okay, I'm gonna take my finger in the shade Anaconda. It's the green shade.
Anaconda won't.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna
Got
say.
none unless you got buns, hon.
Okay, close your eyes. Ooh, that's green.
Ooh. Well, I hope so.
These are like very foiled, so they come off.
What does foiled mean? Like aluminum foil? I
No.
bake with that.
No.
I made.
No, foiled means like it's literally gonna look like this on your eyeball.
Oh, wow.
Like this.
I made green peppers for lunch last week, and they did not come out as well as I was expecting.
What, like stuffed peppers?
Yeah, stuffed green
Oh, okay.
peppers. Like they were good, but like eating them was not my favorite thing.
Why? Were they like still crunchy?
No, the peppers were I think a little overcooked, and then
So
I
they
didn't.
like jarred.
Yeah, so then I didn't season the inside as well as I should have, and I poured a bunch of garlic and onion powder in there. Like,
Yeah.
it needed something. Here's a fun one. Do you sing in the shower?
Yeah.
I watch Netflix.
You FaceTime me in the shower.
I do everything. I think that if my phone is made to be waterproof to an extent, I might as well test the boundaries.
All right.
Okay. What's one thing that you can do that I can't?
Makeup.
Okay. Just gun ho. Straight to the point. Yes, I cannot do makeup. I'll be honest.
I don't know. Like you can skate. You can.
I can hockey skate. I can't figure skate.
Okay. So
If I went on figure skate, I'd fall. Want to know a fun story about skating about me?
Okay.
I have a scar under my chin, down here.
Yeah. Did you whack your face like this?
Oh, it gets better than that. I promise. I was figure skating because I live, if there's a pond, so if a house ever catches fire in my neighborhood, they have to get water from the pond because I live in the woods. And I was skating on the pond because it froze and there was like a chunk and I hit it and I fell like this. And there was a flab of skin
that's
off.
the worst.
But I was so embarrassed to tell my mom. I just took snow and held it under my chin to stop the bleeding. And then I'd throw the snow to the side and get more snow. And then I went home. My mom just saw a flap of skin hanging off my chin. And she goes, if you came home right away, we could have gone to the ER and get stitches. But now I'm just going to put a Band-Aid on it. And that's why I have a scar. It's under one of these chins.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Yep.
Huh. I didn't know that. That's the worst, though. That happened to a girl last year at skating.
It bleeds a lot.
She was doing a spiral, and so she had her leg up in the air, and her other leg was down straight. So this is her leg on the ice, and this is her leg out in the air. And she went over her toe pick on the leg on the ice and hit her face. Yeah, it was pretty bloody. Poor kid. She was fine. She came back to skating the next day with stitches.
Yeah.
And she was totally fine.
Like I said, I should have got stitches, but I didn't.
I'm going to take the e.l.f. palette and take the shade Gilded. It's like a green gold, and I'm going to put that right in the center.
You also can sing. I can't.
I don't think I can sing.
I cannot at the slightest, but you can sing. You can dance, like actual dance. I just know how to like dance, like TikTok dance.
Like get down.
Like TikTok dance. Do you think there's a lot of shades you never touch in makeup palettes?
I try to use everything, especially now. Like I've been trying to use things a lot more. But yeah, I would say there's definitely some that I just don't use.
If you could be sponsored by any company, what company would you be sponsored by?
Ooh, that's an interesting question.
Mine would be Nike or Adidas. Because then I would never have to buy athletic wear again, which is all I wear.
That's all you wear.
That'd be nice.
I think my answer would be Colourpop.
You do wear a lot of Colourpop.
So I'm gonna clean up underneath your eyes with a wipe, and then we're gonna do your face.
If, like, you had a whole takeoff of doing like makeup as like a career, would you enjoy that, or would you think your love of makeup would like die?
I think I would enjoy it because I would try to continue to educate myself to enjoy it because I like to learn.
Well, like, you know, some people do things and they're like, oh, I love this, and then it's like all of a sudden they're like, I made it my life passion. They're like, I don't like this anymore.
Never
like,
mind.
You don't want like the love of it to be burnt.
Right.
Like fry it with a flamethrower.
That's a good analogy.
All about them these days. Oh no, you gotta do the YouTube thing. I'll do it for you.
We're gonna use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer to prime, and then we'll rub it in. Very taken aback by it. Yeah, your forehead is very freckly.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Well, I knew.
Happened.
I went to the sun. I do enjoy my time outdoors in the sun.
We have her own foundation. It is the Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation. She has the shade F2.20 and F.100.
1.1.
1.100. That is some odd numbering because this one is 2.20 and this one is 1.100. Very strange.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So is this one's lighter?
I
think so.
Your guess is honestly as good as mine.
Yeah. Well, it's a little light actually. That seems like, ooh, that oxidized very quickly.
What does that mean?
Like when it hit the air,
it changed colors?
Yes.
To what?
It was like it's a little bit warmer now. Like,
I do like the Morphe. I do like the Morphe foundation because I'm
like
someone that has very sensitive
odd.
skin.
I'm gonna mix in more of the deeper one just because you are more tan.
That's on though. I have very sensitive skin, so like I'm not someone that can just buy
anything.
Like I have to be very picky with what I buy. And that wasn't like spending
an arm and a leg.
Exactly. I didn't have to donate my kidney.
I'm gonna take this blender. You can relax.
I'm relaxed.
Okay, good. Also, I've never used this sponge before, so it can be your sponge. Would you like to take it home?
Let's be honest, it has more use here.
Okay.
My sponges go bad, and I throw them all away.
This is actually pretty light for you, so we're gonna bronze quite a bit.
Okay. I kind of look like Casper the Ghost.
Yeah, you do.
I look like what I look like in the winter.
Yeah, you do look pretty light right now.
Who's your favorite TikToker at the moment?
TikToker?
TikToking.
I love Olivia Van Fox face. I love her. She looks like
Fox.
No, she looks like Megan Fox, and her name's Olivia.
Oh.
And I think her last name starts with Van, so I don't know. But she and her husband live on a farm in Washington State.
Oh, wow.
And they have a ton of animals. And she always starts the morning like with videos of feeding the animals and everything.
Oh.
And all of her goats have names from The Office.
I like that your content that you watch is so wholesome and so sweet, and I feel like that's what's like viewed in your videos. Like you're always just so like, okay, now like you're like nice. Like my content that I watch is I watch Tana Mojo. I watch the Try Guys and watch them.
Oh, I like the Try Guys.
I bought their whole book. Or actually, I didn't.
Sydney bought it for you.
Sydney bought it for my birthday, and I read the entire book in like 3 days.
Is this brand new?
No, but that's how much I use it.
This is the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Beige. This is her personal concealer, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the wand right on your face.
I don't use it because
if I used my own concealer, I would put it on my hand first.
If I use this, my mom tells me I look like a cake. Someone threw cake and flour on my face.
Well, that's how much you should be putting on.
That's probably why it looks like cake.
Or even less than that. Okay, look up with your eyes. Who else do I watch on TikTok? Brad Motto, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
I actually have some of his hair care, and it's really nice products.
Really? Is it expensive?
It's a little expensive. It's salon pricing.
I
like Canine Raider.
See, I watched
is a police dog.
Matthias, I think his name is.
I'm gonna use some cream bronzer, actually.
Okay.
It's super pretty good.
I watch a cake decorating video.
Sometimes I watch Charlie D'Amelio, I'm not gonna lie.
Who's Charlie D'Amelio?
She has like 80 million followers on TikTok.
Is she one of the girls who
She's one of
does
the-
dances?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't follow
She's like
those people.
16, I think.
I also, on my For You page, comes up a lot of people talking about serial killers. So I watch a lot of horror stuff.
I'm gonna use the Physicians Formula cream bronzer. It's in the shade Toffee. Cool. That looks focused to me. Great. Wonderful. Is this in Toffee? Yeah. I'm gonna take it on an e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush on my hand. And we're gonna bronze.
Bring me back to my sun-kissed glow.
Yes.
That's why I don't wear a lot of foundation, just because like I wear like a little bit of cover up here and there. But I try to wear, I don't wear a lot because it covers my freckles.
Yeah, I mean, it's very full coverage. If you got something not so full coverage, you'd be fine.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. That's what we need to do because I can't match my foundation. I don't know what color I am.
It looks a lot better. Okay. Do some spot concealing just like on your chin a little bit.
Because of the mask.
Yeah, but just other than that, it's really not that bad. Boop. Boop, 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 boop.
What's your favorite animal?
A dog.
Why?
I've never met a dog I didn't like.
I have. Though I like dogs, don't get me wrong. Remember Nana's dog Charlie?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, there's one.
There's one.
Charlie was a Maltese that used to bite us. And by us, I meant everyone.
Yeah. And he had
Shedded the male.
He had a crushed trachea, is that what it was?
I don't know, the dog. He lived with me at the end of his life and smelled like he was decaying from the inside out.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun. He wasn't a bad dog, but wasn't
a great dog. I mean, I really haven't met a dog I didn't like besides Charlie.
Yeah.
And like, I'm kind of the dog whisperer, so. I'm gonna set underneath your eyes with the Thrive Causemetics powder.
I think my favorite animal though.
I do love myself a penguin.
A penguin. Just because like they waddle?
Or a sea turtle.
I like sharks a lot. They're kind of cool.
Kind of scary. Kind of cool.
I mean, think of it this way: a whale shark. It's a huge shark, but it eats krill.
Oh look, krill.
Krill. I do like dogs. I think.
If we're talking about animals we don't like, I really don't like cats. I'm also allergic to them, so that doesn't help either.
Do you like sneeze?
Yeah, my eyes get super itchy.
Huh.
I only found that out when I was babysitting, and I was like, why do I feel like I'm dying?
Cats.
Because they wanted to love me. They were very lovable cats. And I was like, please go away. I usually go, I want to love you back, but I can't.
See, cats don't like me. I'm okay with it. Only cat that's ever liked me was Cathie's. Boo. Shout out to Boo.
He was a good cat.
Yep. We thought she was like a much older cat than she was. She was only like 8 years old.
Really?
And Cathie was like, I think she's 12. I was like, okay.
No. So I set the perimeters of your face, so where we cream bronzed, and now I'm gonna use a powder bronzer. Gonna use the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It. This is the lightest shade. I'm gonna take this powder brush from BH Cosmetics.
BH Cosmetics. I guess we can describe like the last thing we did. Like, granted, we watched Hamilton this morning, but like,
Which was great.
wonderful, first time seeing it.
7th time seeing it.
But like, we could say the last thing we did was how we worked, how I volunteered at the golf tournament.
Yeah.
How we had a cousin who was in the age realm between us.
She was born in May, and you were born the end of April, and I was born the beginning of August.
So we were gonna be like the Tres Amigos. She sadly passed away
December. It was right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas, and she was 9 months old. So our family started a golf tournament, not the year after she passed, but after the 1 year anniversary of her passing. And we've played a golf tournament.
We don't play.
We don't play. We volunteer at the golf tournament, but like as we've gotten older, our cousins, uncles play. My mom played at one point. Their friends play, other people play, co-workers play, and all the money that we raise goes to Boston Children, to the cardiac center, cardiac unit.
Yep, where she lived for most of her life.
Most of her life, yeah. I didn't know, my dad used to go visit her a lot because my dad worked in Revere, so he'd just drive in and go spend a lot of time with them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that until this year either. Love this packaging.
I'm gonna take this Colourpop blush.
You gotta do the whole.
It's in the shade Desert Rose.
Ooh.
It's super, super pretty. Take this e.l.f. blush brush. This blush is very powdery. I just dipped into it and it's very, very, very powdery. So just a heads up if you do get this blush or you're interested in getting it. Very powdery.
Bum, 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 bum.
Smile. And I'm putting it on the apples of your cheeks, which is right here, and then going up.
Because I'm the apple of your eye.
Sure.
Do you think that like when you have kids, if you have a daughter, like what age would you let her do makeup?
12.
12?
So I'm allowed to. Unless she is a dancer and a skater like I was, then she'll wear it for shows, but other than that.
Do you think that helped you like have the love for makeup when you did it then?
I think so, but I hated having it done.
You wanted to do it yourself?
No, not necessarily. I just hated sitting there for a long period of time.
See, like I'm fine sitting here, someone else doing it, but like because I played soccer, basketball, I skied, softball, like I never had to wear makeup.
I am going to set your face with all the powders. I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Close your eyes, hold your breath.
Who would you say your biggest beauty inspiration is?
Looks wise or just like as a person?
Like where you get your most ideas of like how to do your makeup from?
At first, I watched every Kathleen Lights video I could find. I would watch her videos. Now I watch a lot of Samantha March. She's awesome. I like her a lot. Jessica Braun, I like her a lot. And then Jen Love's Reviews is very informative.
Like on products to buy?
Yeah. So when she reviews a product, she'll break it down like price per ounce, the packaging, the ingredients. She'll look into the ingredients and like break down the ingredients. She's not a chemist, but
she like helps it bring it to a more real light.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. Looks wise,
I like to emulate Kathleen Lights a lot, and then I like to emulate Emily Noel. She's pretty great too. She's been on YouTube forever, and she just seems like a regular person. She's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the shade Truffle from the e.l.f. palette, and I'm gonna start to work on your lower lash line. So you're gonna look up with your eyeballs. And I'm just gonna run this underneath your eye.
Do you have any advice for someone just starting makeup?
Don't buy everything that you see on YouTube. If they say you have to go get this, they're probably not a person that wants you to get it out of pure enjoyment. They just want you to go pick it up. Maybe they're sponsored or what have you, but I just don't think it's right to tell people you have to go get this.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go get it.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about makeup is that when people are like, you have to go get it, I do my research, see what other people say, and then decide.
There you go.
I'm gonna take the Jade shade, rhymed,
Jade,
on a pencil brush. So you have your own brow pencil. I might have lost it. Oh, it's right here. It's the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 3.5. That's the same shade I used.
Literally. I like tried out what shade before all of the corona.
Yeah. I think you could even go up a shade.
Really?
Because your brows are so dark.
Yeah, but I don't like to fill them and make them look darker. Yeah, because they're very thick and I pluck them. Actually, I do my own eyebrows.
So do I.
I bought the wax from Ulta.
You wax them yourself?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like these little beads. And you put them, you gotta buy like a silicone cup. You don't have to, but like, it just makes it easier overall. So you pour them in there, put them in the microwave, heat them up. My mom brought home a bunch of tongue depressors or popsicle sticks from her job. And so I just use those and I like put it like right under there. You leave it for like 30 seconds to a minute. And then so the important thing is that you put it on the way of the eyebrow hair and then you rip it the opposite way. Then I do it in the middle, and then like probably a couple times a year I go and get them done like from someone like where I normally go, because they'll like trim them, give them a refresh shape, especially if I let them go for too long. So they probably do.
They're not that bad.
So they're little.
I only filled in that one so far.
They're like a little thick. But what would you do if you became a big YouTube star? I really think we
probably
should
cry every time I got like a package from a brand. Oh my god, they know who I am.
So you think you'd still stay like humble? You wouldn't be like,
no,
you wouldn't join that hype still?
No, I would definitely do like sponsored videos. Like if I was able to make money off of it, yeah.
But like if you did a sponsored video, say it was I don't even know, it was Grass Plant, a brand new company that wanted you to sponsor them, like Grass Blade, and like it was an eyebrow pencil, coining the phrase. And like say you read it, you did not like the product or whatever, would you still do the sponsorship?
If they let me be honest, yeah.
What if they're like, hey, you gotta promote us?
I wouldn't do it. I'm gonna take the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt Gel. It is clear, and I'm gonna set your eyebrows.
I feel like with makeup, there's just a lot of setting in life. Like I'll set your face, I'll set your eyebrows, I'll set your eyes, I'll set your lip.
That would be a lip gloss.
That's setting it.
Yeah, I guess so. Ta-da! Okay. Let's do some mascara. I'm gonna use the Milani highly rated mascara. Milani. It's a brand new tube, but I'm gonna use some disposable mascara wands.
Do you have any life questions for me?
Life questions?
Yeah, I feel like I've asked about your life. Put it on blast a little.
Where do you want to be in 5 years?
In 5 years? In 5 years, I'll be 30. So ideally, I'd like to be married or close to marriage. It'd be cool if I was like pregnant or gonna be pregnant. I'd like to be working in my career like officially as like a counselor, like a guidance counselor in schools, helping kids. Having a house would be cool. I don't know physically where. Maybe I'll be in Virginia, maybe I'll be here. And it also depends on his work and my work, and like if it makes it realistic to be able to afford like to live back here, because it is very expensive to live here. Where do you want to be in 5 years?
Definitely having a child.
Yeah, like already had it, or it's like in womb?
Already had it. But I would like my kids to be closer in age.
Than you and Christian?
Yeah. Like maybe 3 years would be a maximum. For highlight, I'm gonna use the Kaleidos Ray Rider highlighter. It looks like this. It is very pretty. This is a Morphe brush. It doesn't have a number on it, but it is nice and tapered. So I'm gonna use that for highlight.
Do you think Morphe's one of like the, I don't want to say better, but do you think they're like one of the more reasonably priced makeup brands that can give you everything?
Yes, especially like tools wise. They are great at making brushes.
Yeah.
But sometimes their products are a hit or a miss. Like this foundation would not work for me. And
No.
I know it wouldn't, because it would be way too dry.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like really great brushes. I have a lot of their brushes. I do like them a lot. Depending on what line it is though, it can be a little pricey.
Yeah, because if it's like a name to it.
Right, like the Jaclyn Hill brushes are pretty pricey.
I bought like a, I think it was like the face brush set, and it was like maybe $30 to $40 range.
For how many?
Just like 6 brushes.
That was pretty good.
Oh yeah. Do you contour the nose?
Nope. I just put bronzer on your nose and then highlight. And then I give you a highlight mustache.
I have like a freckle mustache.
You do have a freckle mustache. That is very interesting.
Yeah, I noticed that because my friend Sydney was like, no, she was like, I'm not trying to be mean. She was like, I think you have a mustache. And I was like, what? And that's when I actually went out and bought that wax.
Yeah.
Because I was like, might as well get it for my eyebrows and my mustache. And then I like was looking at it in the mirror, and I just like, I went and asked my mom. I was like, is this a real mustache? And she was like, no, it's freckles. My freckles couldn't just be cute freckles. They had to go on the top of my forehead and it'll give me a mustache.
I'm gonna finish off the setting spray because it seems to be almost empty.
I told you there's nothing in there.
Hold your breath, close your eyes. And that's a goner. Feels good, finished product. Going in the empty bag. Honestly, I have found a lot of joy in finishing products. Rather than just buying everything new. Right. What kind of lip do you want?
I don't know.
Do you want something glossy? Do you want something matte?
What do you think is best?
This is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Anti-Feathering Lip Liner in the shade Nude Pink. Gonna line your lips. Just relax.
Do you think you'll take people on your makeup journey, like when you're getting ready for like your wedding and all that, or like when you're making decisions about what you want your makeup to look like for your wedding?
I think that would be cool.
Have you like thought about that at all? Like,
No, not at all. I really haven't.
it's like down the line.
Yeah.
It's in like a year. I feel like you have a lot of lipsticks because that's like where you always, because like that was probably one of the first things you were able to do in makeup, more than doing
Yeah, I was
eyes.
afraid of lipstick for a long time though.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think it looked good on me for a long time.
Just because it was like something different.
Okay, I'm gonna take a lip brush and the Morphe Mega Matte lipstick in the shade Single AF.
Too bad we're not single.
Yeah.
That looks like you've not really used it.
No, I have.
It said, my cousin is...
My best friend.
I would say my cousin is stronger.
Then what?
Just like stronger than what you give yourself credit for. Because like you've gone through like different things than I have, and like you're a much more sympathetic and empathetic person than I am. Like I am like empathetic, but like you're definitely more empathetic than I am. So you're definitely more able to wear things on your sleeve, and you're stronger than you give yourself credit for in that sense.
Thanks.
Because you overcome it.
This is Dose of Colors Over the Top lip gloss. It is the gold sparkly shade. We're going right in.
We're cousins. That's a good little tip of advice.
Yeah, if you don't want the color to go back into your lip gloss, wipe it off on your hand.
I like that.
And then the doe foot is clean. You can also use a makeup wipe, but sometimes the little fibers get on the doe foot and it gets a little odd.
Oh, tip.
A little tip.
Little tip to save the cloth. And this is the final look.
This is the final look.
Did you like the video montage? Just like
Sure, I
do
can.
do 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 do.
Yeah, I'll get out of here. You can do that for
Oh.
yourself.
You don't mind if I don't.
Okay, so this is the finished look. She looks beautiful. All
Thank
dolled
you.
up, nowhere to go. Thank you for being on my channel.
Thank you for having
I
me.
appreciate you.
I would do your makeup, but you're going somewhere this evening, so that would be like a waste of product.
You could watch me do my makeup.
Sit here and just ask questions.
Sure.
I should just do your makeup. Shan's stressed.
Next time. If you like me, like Casie, like this look, you like anything about today's video, please give it a like down below. Also be sure to subscribe and hit the post notification bell to be notified every single time I upload.
Don't forget to follow your Instagram.
Yep, glam_ by Shannon. And with that, I will see you in my next video.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, we might have to sit close together at first, and then I can. Ready?
I guess.
Okay.
Okay, let's do another question.
Okay.
I just licked your hand. Just
It wouldn't be that out of the ordinary. See if we can add a little more pop. I don't know how to do that. And just make it a little bit softer. You have a lot of eyeball space. I need to use it.
my pain tolerance is very high. And I have a bruise in the spot that I have no nerve endings on my shoulder. I'm very excited.
Good.
I have an itch on my nose.
That's fine. I can edit it out. Edit it. Take a look and see if you like where this is going.
Ooh, I do.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I feel like I just like want to be a YouTuber for a second. Like I just took this palette and like you put oops, I hair tie. You just like take a palette and you're like, I just used, and then you have to do your hand behind it. Like this is this. This is a beauty blender stand. Setting spray. Water jug. Makeup wipes. Disposable in times of this uncertain life. Disposables. Just where's the stupid cable there? I'm a beauty blender now. YouTuber. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, we should definitely discuss the fact that Jenna Marbles has left the YouTube community.
You called yourself a beauty blender. I am a beauty blender.
I'm a beauty blender. Just kidding. I'm a YouTuber is what I
Yeah.
oh, let it be light.
Okay.
So I have a question. Not on the little questionnaire. I have to cough. Hold on. I don't have corona. I just have
A cough.
a cough. I
That
feel
is
like
needed. There you go. It's a phlegm. It's soda. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Soda makes you phlegmy.
Sure. I believe that. Why did you make that noise? We did take a quick little intermission to eat Chick-fil-A.
I don't know. That's weird. Get all up in those pores. It is
I'm a beauty blender now.
You are a beauty blender. Alright.
Can I itch my nose?
Yeah, you can sure. I can fix it. Where did your nose switch? Is that where you itched?
No, I itched over here.
And I couldn't even tell.
And then I really like, we just did an ocean unit in my school, so
Oh.
we talked about
So you're into the
ocean life. We talked about coral reef. That's an animal. No one likes coral reef.
It doesn't do anything. It doesn't.
It does a lot. It could kill you.
Really?
Yeah, it's so sharp. If you fall in there and like get stuck or something, it will like literally because it's so rough, it will scrape you and you'll bleed and sharks will come and eat you.
Oh, don't break the lid, Shannon. Oh, it looks like it is broken. Oh. That's okay. You do like
Make a thumbnail?
we'll do it when we're done. It's like this.
Thumbnail. Oh, because then like an e-girl look. Like when you do the blush all across here. Like an e-girl.
There you go. Done.
E-girl. E-girl. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know.
Does that sound weird?
No. I don't know what I thought you were gonna say. Never mind. It was just funny to me. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Highly Rated Mascara. This is a brand new tube, but I'm gonna use... Whoa, you're right. Stop laughing!
I can't.
We're gonna be in 5 years.
Where do I want to be? Sponsor us. Because we asked to meet you.
Relax. Do you want a lip gloss?
That's up to you.
You're a terrible client.
I know.